This is Ayatollah Sheikh Muhammad al-Shahri. This is his book Maqtal Sayyid al-Shuhada. When he talks about Sayyidah Sakina or Sukaina, Sukaina was her title. Her actual name was Amina, and some say it was Amina or Umayma, and Sukaina was just the laqab. This daughter of Imam Hussein alayhi salam was born in Medina around the 47th year of Hijrah, some say 51th year of Hijrah. So contrary to popular perception, she was not 3 or 4 years old at the time the event of Karbala happened. Rather, according to the learned Tahqiqi view, she was around 11, 12 years old. And Fatima, the daughter of Imam Hussein alayhi salam, was elder to Sukaina. And Ayatollah Sheikh Muhammad al-Shahri mentions that both Sukaina and Fatima were of marriageable age by the cultural standards of those times. And that's why it has appeared in some of the sources that Imam Hussein alayhi salam had offered Al-Hasan al-Muthanna the hand of either of his daughters in marriage. And so Bibi Sukaina salamullahi alayha is known to have had a very good akhlaq. And yes, she did survive Karbala, contrary to popular perception. Ayatollah Sheikh Muhammad al-Shahri, what he's saying is actually confirmed by most of the earliest sources and books of history. They confirm that she survived Karbala, was a woman of letters, and she was actually also married. She first married her cousin Abdullah bin al-Hasan, the son of Imam al-Hasan alayhi salam, and Abdullah bin Hasan was martyred with Imam Abu Abdullah al-Hussein in Karbala. And they say that he was martyred before she could move in with him, while others say that no, she had actually moved in with him, and she was, for all purposes, his wife at the time the event of Karbala happened. And then according to other sources, after Abdullah bin al-Hasan, her first husband was Mus'ab bin al-Zubayr, and after him she married other men as well. So Sayyidah Sukaina, she witnessed the event of Karbala. She was taken captive to Kufa and to Sham, and from there she did return to Medina, according to Sheikh Muhammad al-Shahri and most of the earliest sources on which he's relying. And according to the historical sources, she died in the year 117 AH. So she lived for a very long time after the event of Karbala. It has been mentioned that she was buried in Sham and Makkah and other places, but the more established and popular view is that she was buried in Medina. And then he also has a study into the other daughter that is attributed to Imam Hussein alayhi salam, who is Sayyidah Ruqayya. So some people think that she was the 3-year-old or the 4-year-old who was there in Karbala. But Sheikh Muhammad al-Shahri goes on to say that there are some critical observations with regard to Sayyidah Ruqayya being the daughter of Imam Hussein alayhi salam, and also in the manner of her alleged death in Sham. And also there is a grave site, a shrine in Sham that is attributed to Sayyidah Ruqayya. And so he has this whole study in which he argues that there really is not very strong evidence to suggest that Imam Hussein alayhi salam had any daughter by the name of Ruqayya. His daughters were Fatima, Sukaina, Zainab, Kulthum, although the evidence for Zainab and Kulthum is very little because they probably died in their infancy. So the only famous and known daughters of Imam Hussein alayhi salam are Fatima and Sukaina. And he mentions that most of the people who list the daughters of Imam Hussein alayhi salam, they do not even mention Ruqayya. There is mention of Sayyidah Ruqayya in the Maqtal of Sayyid ibn Tawus. Now, obviously this is the 7th century, it's a very late source. And so they say when Imam Hussein alayhi salam was bidding farewell to his Ahlul Bayt, he called out, Ya Uqtah, Ya Kulthum, wa anti ya Zainab, wa anti ya Ruqayya, wa anti ya Fatima, wa anti ya Rabab. He called out to the women folk. And so Ruqayya is mentioned there. But the Shaykh al-Shahri says that this text is not found in many of the manuscripts of Sayyid ibn Tawus' Maqtal al-Malhuf. And in this riwayah on its own is not even sufficient to prove that she's the daughter of Imam Hussein alayhi salam, because it is entirely possible that this Ruqayya here is Ruqayya, the daughter of Imam Ali alayhi salam, who was married to Muslim bin Aqil. And so because the children of Muslim bin Aqil had accompanied Imam Hussein, it is entirely probable that his wife, Sayyidah Ruqayya binti Ali, was also together with her. And then he goes on to dissect and study this claim that there is a small daughter, a little daughter of Imam Hussein alayhi salam, who was buried in Sham. And again, he goes on to say that, look, the very first source that has any mention of this is written by an author who died in the year 700 AH. It's like 6 to 7 centuries after the event of Karbala is the first time we have a claim that Imam Hussein has a little daughter who is buried in Sham. Other than that, the earliest sources, they provide us with so many rich details of what happened in Karbala, in Kufa, in Sham. They mention no such little daughter that died in Sham. And so in the end, he says, فَإِنَّ مِنْ غَيْرِ الْمُمْكِنِ إِبْدَاء رَأْيِ حَاسِمْ حَوْلَ مَوْضُوعِ هَذِهِ الدِّرَاسَةِ استنادا إلى المصادر الروائية والتاريخية. He says it's very difficult to give a decisive opinion with regard to this issue based on the narrative and historical sources. But he says there are certain karamat that have been witnessed and which are still being witnessed near the shrine of this particular character, Sayyidah Ruqayya. And so under any circumstance, he says that we should honor and show reverence to the shrine that is attributed to anyone from the Ahlul Bayt, because that is a necessary and essential obligation on us. But if you look at the details about the death of Sayyidah Ruqayya, then we have to say that لم ترد في أي من المصادر المعتبرة. None of the early authentic and reliable sources mention anything about the death of Sayyidah Ruqayya or even of her existence. And so whosoever wants to mention the Masair should do so knowing this. And whether the narrative is authentic or unreliable, this is all, the responsibility for that is on the narrator.